For this design challenge, Edison will be flying an aircraft autonomously for the American Red Cross. Unfortunately, here in the United States, we have hurricanes that destroy towns and cities. Getting aid to the casualties of these unfortunate events can be difficult because of debris on roadways, down trees on roadways, down power lines. And because of that, sometimes we have to drop supplies and other aid items to the casualties of these unfortunate events, and we drop them via aircraft. For this design challenge, you're going to write a program that is going to enable Edison to autonomously fly and find these cities and communicate to a human that he's found the cities. And a human will be responsible for dropping the supplies out the back of the plane because, after all, the supplies are very expensive and very valuable. For this design challenge, you'll need a DVD remote, and you'll also need a board similar to this. The way the board is designed, there's an airport here. Edison will fly out of the airport. He needs to find these black lines, which represent 4 different towns. And once he gets to the end, and gets to that wall, that's the end of the hurricane destruction zone. Once he gets to the end, he needs to stop, and the program needs to end, because after all, the mission has been accomplished. One thing you might notice in this video is that my Edison has a piece of tape going around the front of it. The reason I do this is to create a little skirt for the front of Edison to block any excessive light from getting underneath Edison to confuse his sensor, his black line reader. This might be something you want to try at home or in your classroom because it's a great way to block off any excess natural light that might be confusing Edison. In my case, in the room I'm in right now, there was a lot of excessive sunlight, therefore I put the skirt on Edison. A successful program should work just like this. When the play button is pressed, the program will start, but Edison won't move. He's waiting for a signal from the DVD remote. That signal is the number 1 being pressed. When the number 1 is pressed, Edison will start moving forward and looking for towns to drop the supplies to. When he finds the town, he's going to throw his lights on for 5 seconds. That communicates to a human he's found a town. Therefore, the human will press the 0 button to drop the supplies. At that point, a song will play that represents the supplies being dropped. When the supplies are done being dropped, he'll then move forward to the next town and repeat the same task. After he gets done at the 4th town, he's going to leave the hurricane destruction zone, and when he gets to this point, he needs to stop and the program needs to end. The number 1 was just pressed. Edison threw both his lights on. I'll keep them on for 5 seconds. And at this point, I'm going to press the 0 button. And when 0 is pressed, supplies are dropped. He moves to the next target, throws his lights on to communicate that he's found the target. And notice, if I don't do anything, the supplies don't get dropped. Human drops the supplies, song plays. Same thing happens for the 3rd target. Finds the target, I hit the button. After the 5 seconds, supplies get dropped. And now he's found his last target, throws his lights on for 5 seconds. I'll hit the 0 button. And now he'll stop when he gets to that wall. And that is how a successful program should work.